What's good with y'all YouTube? Your boy Khalil is back, and we back with another banger. And as y'all can see by the title, I'm gonna be giving it to y'all raw today. Pause. Really just giving y'all what's on my heart right now. And I feel like I said, my channel is for new truck drivers or truck drivers who driving on the road right now, or people who's interested in doing trucking, right? Man, this is important. This topic is very important because just the other day I was sitting in my truck. I came back from my hometown from the 4th of July, and I was contemplating on quitting trucking. And I showed y'all in my last couple of videos how much I've made, how much I do make and everything. The money is good, but like I said, bro, there's ups and downs. There's ups and downs to trucking, and man, it was hitting me hard the other day, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It was hitting me real hard. I was sitting in my bunk, really just thinking like, what the hell am I doing? Excuse my language, but like, I was like, dude, I miss home. I miss home. It was striking me real hard. I was contemplating on, even just packing my stuff up and just dipping out, bro. I was that close to leaving. But like I said, if y'all watch my previous videos, it's so important for you to know what you're getting into trucking for, because you'll have these moments. You'll have these moments where it's like, bro, I just want to quit up and leave, right? I want to drive local, or I want a new job. This job I'm at right now is not cutting it, right? I'm getting into it with my supervisor, or my dispatch, my driver manager, etc., etc. But I would say, don't make that mistake of job hopping, especially in the trucking industry, right? Because you want your resume to be smooth, bro. You want, to at least stay at the company that you're at, your first company. I would say if you can give it a year, give it a year. If you can't do a year, do 6 months. And if you can't do 6 months, at least do 3 months, bro. But don't job hop, bro. Stick it out. You know what I'm saying? Have goals in mind, right? And this is what I'm gonna get into in this video. And I want y'all to really listen to what I'm saying, because like, if I didn't remember what I was in trucking for, I literally would have quit, bro. I wouldn't be making this video with y'all today. I would have quit. But I've left 2 of my jobs so far. I've saved up about $10,000, for my previous 2 employers, and I left, right? Because I couldn't take, the workload. I couldn't, like, my mind, I feel like I was just young and I wasn't developed mentally. And especially me having a kid now, it's a whole different ball game. But I'm a share something with y'all. It's a little personal. But it is a little bit of game too, though. And I want y'all to really understand this. Not even if y'all, y'all not into trucking, right? I just want y'all to understand this, period, right? Because for some reason, the more money we start to make, the more money we start to spend, right? And if we don't take a grip on these habits that we have that have us, spending unnecessary money, we're never going to accomplish the goals we want to accomplish. We're never going to get the car we want without struggling financially, or the house we want, or have the savings we want, etc., right? And especially me, because I don't have any major bills right now, right? I stay with my mom. I'm 26 years old. I have a 6-month-old son, right? The only bill I really have, literally, guys, I'm gonna be real, it's my phone bill, right? I help my mom out. Yeah, I send money to family, this and that, but I don't have any major bills, and I feel like I'm in a position where I can save a lot of money. And this is what I'm getting into, y'all. Stay with me. So I was looking at my pay stubs, right? And I've been at this company that I'm at. I'm gonna share what company that I'm at in another video. I'm gonna tell y'all about the company and everything, right? So I've been with this company for about going on 2.5 months, right? And I looked at my year to date on how much money I've made so far, because I was looking at my bank account. I'm like, why is my money, I want it to grow. Like, it's still around the same amount, and I should be here right now, right? So I looked at my year to date on my last previous pay stub, guys. And I'm gonna share with y'all what it was. It was at, I think, 11,000. I wrote it down, $11,623. $11,623 is what I've netted over the last 2.5 months at this company, right? I don't know what the average is. Maybe it's a little bit over 5,000 a month, maybe like, 5,500 a month. I don't know, right? But to me, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, as far as like the money I've made with this company. But I looked at my bank account and it said a whole different story, right? So far I've only saved, and I'm gonna share this with y'all too, because I'm real raw, I'm uncut, I'm uncensored. I want y'all to know the reality, not just in trucking, but life in general. If you're not focused, you're not disciplined with your finances, this will happen, bro. So right now I have about, I wrote that down too. I got $3,665 saved, right? And so that means I've spent almost $8,000. I spent $7,958 in the last 2.5 months, guys, right? That's a lot of money, right? So mind you, I'm having to fund my trucking lifestyle. I'm having to buy things on the road. I'm having to buy food. I'm sending money to family. And where's the rest of this money going, bro? That's the question. How, where, what, and why? How did I spend that much? Where did I spend it at? What did I spend it on? And why did I spend almost $8,000 in the last 2 months? Those are very important questions, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you got to keep a close eye on your bank account. You got to keep a close eye on the money that you're bringing in, because, you'll end up like this. You'll end up spending almost $8,000 in 2 months just because you think you got it, just because you think you can make it back, right? There's no way I shouldn't be much higher than what I'm at in my savings right now, bro. No way, right? That's the whole purpose of me getting into trucking. I came in with that mindset, bro, that I'm going to get in, I'm going to stack my money up, I'm going to be disciplined, I'm going to be focused so I can get in and get out, right? I don't want to stay in here long term, bro. I want to position myself with a strong foundation so I can invest my money, I can save my money, I can do the right things, to put myself and my family in a better position financially. But I looked at my bank account, I looked at my pay stub, and that is not the trajectory I was going in. So I had to ask myself some questions. I had to come to that reality. I have to face this person in the mirror and say, Khalil, what are you doing with your money? That's important, bro. And a lot of my money, I'm gonna be real, it goes on a lot of food out here with this trucking stuff, bro. Because it's more so, it's not necessarily that you're craving these foods. The trucking lifestyle can be stressful and demanding in itself. So what the human brain does is we look for a way to relieve that stress, right? We need that quick dopamine from these fast food restaurants, and you'll look up and you spend about $30 to $40 in one day, bro. In one day. You know what I'm saying? So like, when you are not aware of what you're doing with your money, right? And you're not stewarding what God has blessed you with, right? Then everything will be sporadic and you won't have any grip. You won't have any control over what your bank account, looks like at the end of the month, right? So I'm gonna tell y'all my goal, and my goal is to really, I don't really necessarily have a specific amount that I want to target, to save. It could be 10,000, it could be 20,000, it could be 100,000, right? I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right things each week, every day, each month, to be able to save as much as possible, because you can't predict everything. You know what I'm saying? But I can control unnecessary spending, and I can control certain habits that are keeping me stuck at a baseline, right? That's what I'm saying. And it's very important, bro, if y'all want to get ahead, because look, in life, there's always a small window of opportunity, that God gives us. It's always a small window of opportunity. Not a lot of truck drivers, not a lot of people are able to become truck drivers. There's millions of people who would want to become a truck driver. They're just probably scared. They have fear. There's a lot of stuff holding them back. It's just so many different circumstances. A lot of people have lost their CDL. So if you got your CDL, don't take that for granted. If you got a high paying job, don't take that for granted, bruh. Don't do it, because it's that quick, you know, to lose it, right? Because nothing lasts forever in this world. Everything is temporary, bro. Everything is temporary. And a lot of y'all, if y'all don't know, I used to make Christian content. I used to make content about the Bible, and I was remembering a Bible verse in Proverbs, bro. And he was talking about, you know, he was talking about being diligent to know the state of your flocks, right? So what that means is being diligent to know, you know, how much money you're bringing in. What is your bank account right now? You know, be aware, be intentional about these things, right? And I'm not trying to lecture y'all, my bad. I'm not trying to do that. I just want y'all to know, bro, like, it really only takes a couple months. It really only takes 1 month. If you can focus and you can bring yourself back to reality and say, okay, I take accountability, right? I should be here, but I'm only here, right? I have an opportunity that a lot of people don't have. Let me not take it for granted. If you can focus and you can bring yourself to this mindset every single day, right, for 30 days, bruh, that is going to compound over time. I guarantee you. Because I just told y'all, bro, I just spent, I probably made almost, I don't know, I made like 5,000 plus in July, right? And I only have, like I said, $3,665, bro. So that tells y'all a lot. That tells y'all a lot. Like, just focus for 30 days. I don't know what you need to do to keep yourself focused. If you got to start working out, you got to start drinking more water, do something that replaces those destructive habits that you have, bro. And I'm speaking to myself too, because when I came back from my hometown, you know what I'm saying? I stopped. I was working out consistently every week, at least 3 to 4 times a week while I was out on the road those last 2 months, right? And then when I went home that last time, I came back, you know, and I haven't worked out since I've been back home, right? So it's what? It's Friday, so it's been about almost 5 to 6 days since I've worked out. But I noticed it's because I got comfortable. It's because the money and trucking will make you comfortable. Don't let it make y'all comfortable, bro. I'm telling y'all, if y'all can just stay focused and allow your money to grow. I know a lot of y'all got families. I know a lot of y'all got bills y'all got to take care of, debt y'all probably got to pay off. But some of the stuff you can't control. Some of the unnecessary spending you can control. And make sure you can go to a company that is paying y'all what y'all should be making out here, bro. I was watching videos on YouTube of people who was at Western Express, right? Or other companies who don't pay as much, right? And you don't want to be driving for 9 to 10 hours a day, bro, and you not getting paid what you should be getting paid, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should be making at least $5,000 a month on the road, bro. No cap. You should at least be making that. You know, a lot of drivers from some companies are only making 40 cents a mile, right? You should at least be making, I need to do some more research, but come on, bro. What I'm hearing about these other companies is crazy, bro. It's crazy. But the reason I'm making this video, I'm telling y'all, I just told y'all, bro, I almost spent $8,000 in the last 2.5 months. I don't want y'all to make that same mistake. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to be aware of what y'all spending every single week, every single month. But keep track of that. Now, after I seen that, I gotta keep track, because there's no way I can hit my goals if I'm not keeping track of what I'm spending every day, every week, every month. There's no way I can hit 10,000 again. There's no way I can hit 20,000 or 50,000 or 100,000. That comes with a lot of intention, a lot of awareness. And I want y'all to be on that same journey. You get what I'm saying? Don't get in this industry and not take advantage of it, bro. Don't be slacking around, because like I said, we really only get a small window of opportunity to act, right? Because you just never know. Life is so unpredictable, bro. I'm telling y'all, you know, it's so unpredictable. So, you know, just if you have those goals in mind, you know, you gotta develop that discipline. You gotta stay focused out here. You know, even though it's tough, I know it's tough. You want to spend your money, you want to blow your money, because the job can be very stressful. It can be very demanding. But bro, just continue to stack your money first, and then a little reward. Stack, 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 a little more reward. Stack, 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 a little more reward. You see how it works? You get what I'm saying? And eventually you can reward yourself more, right? So, man, I'm telling y'all, bro. So I hope y'all gain something from this video and y'all are able to apply it. Take what I'm saying, bro. Take what I'm saying and apply it, because it's very important, you know, that you're aware of what you're spending. It's very important that you know what's going on in your bank account, bro. Be aware, be diligent. The Bible says give your heart to it, bro. You know, because that's a part of you. Think about that. That's your blood, sweat, and sacrifice in that bank account. And you can't just be giving it out. You can't just be reckless with what God has blessed you with, because not everybody has the opportunity to earn, you know, or even work, right? So with that being said, peace and blessings, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'm out.